Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iconic Messengers, broadcasting live from the content hub of Dallas. I had to update the software because it wasn't updated, and it was like, nope, we're not going to give you any microphone audio. But we back. Check it out. It's Tactical Tuesday. That means we're going to be talking about tactical stuff. Today, how is your delivery impacting your target audience? So we've been talking about this a lot lately, is target audiences. Getting everyone to follow you or getting everyone to like your video doesn't mean you're going to get buyers. And with tonight being the big debate, we're going to see two presidential candidates face off, and they're going to really need to be clear to the American voter about why you should choose one person over the other person. And obviously there is, over the last 8 to 10 years, I've never seen more political division than I have in the United States. And maybe it's just because now it impacts my bottom dollar. So now I'm watching it more. Maybe that's what it is. Also, we've noticed that TV stations are kind of going out of style. Just like radio went out of style a long time ago. Just like CDs, tapes, they went way out of style. Vinyl's kind of back in a subcategory, but it's pretty much out of style. So you have to think about this. Social media has taken over the narrative in this world. It's how people communicate. It's where people get their information now. And when you relate that to the current 2024 landscape going into tonight, there's going to be some kind of moment that happens tonight that is the press release of tomorrow. And so as you address your pages, how are you addressing your pages to see how clear you are on what you can deliver? We've had 4 years of one candidate and 4 years of another candidate. And tonight they're going to face off and say why they're better than the other person. And I think that the American voter, with things being as expensive as they are, and inflation and the border being a huge problem over the last 4 years, I think it's going to be very difficult for one of the candidates, the current vice president, to stand on the past record and be clear with a delivery of, I'm going to help the American voter. I'm going to help small businesses. I'm going to help you if you choose me. And the reason is that current track record is still in place and active right now, whereas the other person has had 4 years off. And so it's just going to be really interesting. But from a marketing standpoint, regardless of what happens, you're going to have to deal with one of these people for the next 4 years. Not only that, but you're going to have to deal with their policies moving forward. We were analyzing with our tax strategist yesterday numbers in the company. We run an actual company here, by the way. I'm actual CEO of a company. We do this for a living. And I know that's hard to believe that people actually work. And one of the things that has really helped us remain profitable in a way that we can take money and invest it back into our clients, because everything gets invested back into our clients and into providing a great service and to having an awesome studio for our people to use, was tax cuts. You know, the tax cuts that the mainstream media is claiming only help the like billionaires and gazillionaires, that's false. Businesses like mine, sub $1 million, we don't do $1 million in a year. So we're not rolling over in dough. But businesses like mine, we don't make $1 million a year. We've done $1 million. We're a 7-figure company, and I'm really proud of that. According to like ClickFunnels numbers and stuff. I think that's something to be proud of, but our cumulative numbers, we're $1 million company, but we don't do $1 million a year. Therefore, taxes, if you look at the tax difference between both of these candidates, one candidate wants to tax the fuck out of me, and the other candidate wants me to keep more of my money. And just on that one policy alone, I think that that's going to sway a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business people to choose one person over the other one. And again, I don't care who you vote for. I don't care where you stand. I don't care. Like, you're going to make your own decisions. I will tell you, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, with what we're looking at in the future 4 years, there's a massive difference in monetary policy between these two candidates. And again, I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one of them. I actually, by the way, I do a lot of business, or have, with people that I don't like. I don't agree with everything they say. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with what they've done in the past. But business-wise, they're very good business people. And so I have to be able to admit, hey, I mean, this person's better than me in this category. I'm going to learn from this person in this category. And I have to put my feelings aside in certain instances, not all, and go into battle with those people. And it has benefited me a lot because I'm a really emotional person. I'm a very passionate person. And it can hurt you if you allow your emotions to control all your decisions. Now, I think that gut feelings and all that kind of stuff matter. When it comes to tonight, this is a big Tactical Tuesday because the presidential debate is tonight. How these two people address the American voter, how they market themselves live on the mic like I am right now, there's no edits, is going to determine, in my opinion, the election. I think that this election will be determined by the performance tonight. Here's why. Most voters are not voting on policy. They're voting on emotion. Most voters are not voting on policy. They're voting on emotion. And tonight is the easiest way for one side and the other side to play on the emotions of the American voter. Live, one-on-one, face-to-face. We've seen a lot of turmoil over the last 8 to 10 years in the mainstream media because I think that they're losing their grip on people's emotions. People don't believe them anymore. Social media has destroyed television. Did Linkin Park debut their brand new singer on MTV? No. They debuted their new singer on Facebook Live, just like I'm doing right now. By the way, I've been doing Facebook Live pretty much 6 days a week for over a month. Why do you think I've been doing that? All of a sudden, Linkin Park comes out and they debut their new singer with a free concert stream. I know where the marketplace is going. It's going to live streaming, virtual events, live filming. And that's exactly what we do in our company. We knew this day would come where everyone needs to be using social media to win. And if they don't, they're going to get beat. I think, personally, and this is just my personal opinion. That doesn't mean it's factual. I think personally that the mainstream media has overrun their coverage of one of the candidates in a positive way, and they've overrun their coverage of the other candidate in a negative way. And now that we're going to have a chance to see them both square off, we're going to see the truth tonight. Now, a lot of this comes down to how the questions are shaped and formatted and delivered. If I'm the moderator of this thing, I'm asking questions on border policy. How are we going to stop the border problem? I'm asking questions on what do taxes look like? Because your inflation's through the roof. Everything's more expensive. The only way Americans can keep their money and we can increase production is if taxes are lower. One of the candidates wants to raise them, one of them wants to lower them. Let's talk about that. What does that look like? And then I think that, and again, you guys might not agree with me, this is just my personal opinion, women's reproductive health is a major topic. Major topic. Again, this is just my opinion. Immigration and the border, taxes, inflation, money, right? Monetary policy, and women's health. I think those are big, huge topics. I think that the female candidate has an advantage when it comes to talking points on women's health. I think that if I'm her, I'm doubling down on that topic. I'm trying to win that category heavily. And if I'm the other candidate, I'm focused on the border's a disaster and this person's going to tax the fuck out of you. Now, I don't know how this thing is going to go, but I think those three talking points, those are the election winners. Border and immigration, monetary policy, women. Women and their ability to do what they need to do health-wise, right? This is my personal opinion. I think this is what voters are talking about today. And you might not think so. That's okay. And I also think that this comes down to tonight. I think that the only chance people are even going to get to hear any policy, especially from one of the candidates, since she essentially hides from the camera and does no interviews, tonight is the only time to ever hear her address any of this to the American voter. Whereas the other guy is all over the place trying to promote himself and make himself clear. But the media, the mainstream media machine is dying, and they know it. With the acquisition of X by Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg saying he is not going to be involved in any of this hoopla this year, I think that the door is open for a showdown tonight. And again, I think that tonight the American voter is going to be watching with a microscope because everything is more expensive. Over 10 million people have been let into the country illegally. And we're hearing a lot of people say that one of the sides wants to make those people eligible to vote. And so if you just let people into the country and then you make them eligible to vote, well, then that makes them way more important than any normal American citizen that's been here paying their dues, like myself for 42 years, or like my ancestors that came over here in 1892 from Ireland and ate shit so that I could have opportunities. And that's not going to make people very happy. I also think that we're in a position now where, again, people are voting on emotions. And so I don't know if policy or America or any of those things, money or any of that comes first to certain voters. I don't think it does. I think that we're in a very interesting situation where there's one huge voter block that believes the mainstream news, and then there's one huge voter block that thinks that they're completely full of shit. And this election is going to show you how powerful social media and open free speech communication is. This is just my opinion. But again, did Linkin Park debut their new lead singer on MTV? No. They debuted the new lead singer on Facebook Live with a free concert. The times have changed. And so ABC carrying this thing, all ABC has done is push one candidate and shit on the other one. And now we're supposed to expect this fair showdown tonight. A lot of people are like, how does this even work like this anymore? I don't know. But we're going to find out tonight. The lesson for you is, how are people voting for you confidently in the marketplace with regards to your skill set and your integrations into their company? People are either going to make the decision to go with you, or people are going to make the decision to go with someone else. what I've found is people who provide a really high level of customer service and a very high quality service, they charge more than everyone else for a reason. They're more expensive for a reason. And it's because their stuff looks better, sounds better, and is delivered better. And tonight, that is going to be on display. And, again, I don't trust anything I see on a poll or any of that kind of BS. I think that's all bullshit. I don't think any of those little 1,130 people that are surveyed on those things have any bearing on what a nationwide election is going to show. But I can tell you that tonight, the stakes are very high for each candidate. And their ability to speak to the American voter on what's going to happen with my money, what's going to happen to the border, and if I'm a woman, what's going to happen to my choice. Again, these are just my opinions of what I see. I see a lot of people, a lot of them. They're on the internet. They're saying, these are the things they're interested in. That's what they say. So let's see what happens. But what are your, 3 things? Let me know in the comments. I have no idea how this thing's going to go. I am seeing shades of 2016 where people were just so fed up. People were so fed up with Joe Biden and Barack Obama. That's the main reason why Donald Trump won in the first place. And we're seeing shades of that again. What's going to happen tonight? I don't know, but clarity in the delivery for each candidate is going to be key. The mumbling and the incoherent brain-dead aneurysm that Joe Biden had last time, it ended his career. And so if we see that again from either one of these candidates, it's not going to fare well for them going into the ballot box. Ladies and gentlemen, go out there and be great. Go out there and be iconic. Let me know your thoughts on it all in the comments. Again, I'm just telling you what I see. We see a lot. We see a lot of marketing. We do a lot of marketing for people. And I think that being niche specific is becoming so much more important. I don't know, Mr. Ortez. I thought I fixed it. We'll see you on the next one.